Hello. So I'm walking to my garden again. Felt inspired today to work on it because I've neglected it for about a month. Just meaning that I haven't pulled any weeds or planted anything new. I just come here every Saturday morning and pick these flowers, marigolds, zinnias, for market, and then I harvest this Tulsi for my tea every so often, and sometimes basil. But we're gonna do some renovation today. I'm pretty excited. Gonna film it, make it last forever. So I just picked a bunch of sage, just bundled it up, some rubber bands, gonna hang it in my room, and dry it, and maybe give it as gifts or eat it. So we'll put that down for now. Just want to sketch out what I want to do here. I don't really. About 6 months ago, in March, this was grass, just like this. Call this grass around here. I decided to rip this space up. It's about, say, 50 feet by 10 feet. Not the most conventional garden bed space, but it just worked given the layout of our yard, and it helped that the grass that was here looked especially green and grew very fast. So for whatever reason, there's some bounty of nutrients here. And so I took a hoe, I took a shovel, I experimented with a broad fork. I was trying not to use a gas-powered tiller to rip up the sod, but the hoe and the shovel in tandem seemed to work best. So I spent a week-ish clearing the space and bringing over dead leaves from the past fall, and compost and chicken shit and wood chips, anything that looked like it would anything really. Yeah, toenails, hair, old motorcycles and rubber all went in here and did their thing, decomposed. And then in May, I think I first planted corn along the outer edge here, or I guess it'd be the inner edge. And that's the corn. I just ripped it up. Yeah. So I have my sage bundles. I can't even remember what I said in the last clip, but I think I'm gonna grab a hoe and maybe a rake and get the remaining roots and weeds that surrounded the corn and clear a new space for greens. So let's do it. Just want to take a quick shot of what this looks like before I go at it. All right, let me get in that spot. And as you can see, about 1/2 widthwise has been defoliated by this magnificent tool, and some bending over, picking up foliage. Definitely have some more of that to do. Cultivated plants, they're tender. They need a nice, smooth, fine, granular garden bed to thrive in. So gonna pick up some more of this green stuff and move it into the various compost piles I've started. I love doing that. I think this would be my new one. It's got the corn stalks underneath and a bunch of old sod and miscellaneous weeds. This is my old pile. I was just checking it out. It's really shrunk to about nothing, but there is a lot of usable black gold in here, worm castings and compost. It's nice and sticky. Okay, I'm gonna have some lunch, make some Tulsi tea. Ooh, goldenrod. Yes, I'm gonna come back and clear stuff and probably rake it out, smooth it, do it. Love the color of that. It looked better 10 minutes ago when it was still moist, but if you look under here, it's keeping moisture just beautifully. It hasn't rained in days. It doesn't really look like it, but this is good soil. So I used a lawn rake, like one that you would use for leaf raking. We've had this since I was very tiny. I remember it. Couldn't find the steel rake for garden beds, but it worked beautifully. I probably didn't need to clean up as much as I did, but kind of just got into a rhythm. It's a very the motion that you rake in is very akin to sweeping. It's cathartic. So I did that. I brought in some soil from the bank over there, just like old potting soil and compost. I think we threw a bunch of garlic heads there. They had rotted, and so hopefully that adds some power to this piece. And then over here, I did the same business with hoeing and weeding. And then I brought in some leaves and pine needles from the other side of our property, and just in hopes to fertilize this a little bit, keep the weeds down, and maybe next year someone can plant things if they want to, because this soil wasn't really ready for this year. Plus you got this beech tree, I think, growing right here, and roots actually are snaking all the way across the bed, but there's a lot of them right here. So just doing that for now. That was pretty satisfying. I got my seed here. Feels like it's gonna rain. Looks like it's gonna rain. So great time to do this. We got our Asian greens, koji, very beautiful plants. I think it's purpley red, oval leaves. Arugula, great on egg sandwiches. That's my method. Couple different types of radishes. Got red king, pink beauty, and I don't recognize this one. Bacchus. Try it out. Another Asian green called Mizuna. And I guess that is all I brought out. I think we're just gonna do the pour and sprinkle and pray. Pour and pray. I don't know if there's a saying for that, but I don't really feel like making rows, and it's just more fun when things come up out of nowhere and you're like, oh, what did I plant there? And then you taste it and you get to know the plant for more than just its designated space in your garden. So I'm gonna do that. It won't look any different when I'm done, so this will probably be the end of this episode of gardening. This is pretty gnarly over here. This has been collecting, you know, that's probably a good comp. I'm just gonna throw that right in. This is what I was meant to do. This is what I was meant to do. All right, cool. It was too beautiful before, so I had to dampen the beauty. All right, see you guys.